You did enough for your 10 days you spent with mom. So.
I'll be
So
right back.
you
Get my
guys weren't
neighbor.
okay. You guys were there you guys weren't there at the same time then. Take,
Yeah. Well, I showed up on Friday and my brother left on Saturday morning, what, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago? And then I stayed a week and a half, so. And then he came back after I left. I left in the morning and he came that afternoon, so
uh-huh.
yeah. We missed each other on the second go round, but yeah, we were there about a day together
That's
this
good.
time.
Yeah.
We did this all once before about 2 months ago.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Good morning,
Sorry.
everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker.
Chick Picker of the Chick Picker land. Happy, happy, happy land of Chick Picker and her minions.
I'll make a note.
Thank you.
I am more than a minion. I'm a manion.
A manion?
A
Oh,
manion.
that's even better. Yes.
I might have little. Oh, I don't know if I have little bags.
So.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
So what's going on, everybody? We got Land Shark Picker. We got Liz, Hank Allen Cash, fishing and picking. And look who's here.
Me.
We got Bridget and Todd and Patty. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Appreciate it.
I'm on my phone, so I can't see. Good morning, everybody.
Sherry says, "Oh, Bridget came out of hiding."
Yeah, I've been hibernating.
I'm glad you're here. I know that Sally had to. What's going on with the? You hear a little. What's that noise?
Bridge is doing something weird.
Drank my tea. I'm not doing.
She's scraping her microphone with something.
Oh, like maybe my finger was touching it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll get on my computer.
It sounded like.
It was just, yeah, it was a little crackety crack.
Where is my microphone? Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Quit. Little brat. God.
Is this the sound you were hearing? Crack, crack.
Yeah, like.
We got it.
All right, I got it. I won't touch it again.
Hank says, "Quit farting in the mic, Silverhair."
That's not me. That's Bridget.
He's a year older, Hank. That's what happens.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Georgina. I hope everybody's doing good. It's Friday. Friday. Oh, and it's December 20th. We officially have, well, would it be 4 days till Christmas or 5 days till Christmas?
Oh, good Lord. I don't know.
I don't know. Either or.
Yeah.
It would be 5 days. Right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like Christmas like crept up? Like,
oh, so
like it just
quick.
seems like, and I think it's because Thanksgiving was
yes
later or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know why that happened. Do you know why that happened?
Because there was 5 weeks because the month started early. Like, you know, I gotta make sure you don't see my mouth.
Because usually it's on like the 22nd, 23rd, and then this year it was on the 28th.
Yeah.
That does
I
not
don't
make any sense.
Yeah.
It should have been continued on the 22nd.
And I know Scott the Bearded Picker was saying because Thanksgiving was so late and Black Friday was so late
Mhm.
that all of us had 7 days less to sell
Yep.
during the selling Christmas season,
That's true.
Yep.
That
Which-
is true.
didn't matter for me because my store was on vacation and I
Yeah.
had like 5 days shipping time put on, so my sales went bad. I mean, I sold some stuff while I was
Yeah.
gone, but not anything like it could have been.
Yeah.
It's a bad time of year to, I have found out, to do that, go on vacation. I won't do it again.
Well, I got one more and then I'm done for a while.
Till you get that wild hair again.
Well, I can't get no wild hairs again. Until I get to Texas, there's no wild hairs coming. But you never know. I can't
I was
I
gonna say
can't ever say never because you knew that was coming.
Yep. Nope.
Well,
'Cause you're
there
right.
sure is a lot of wild hair sellers in Texas, so you'll fit right in.
That's good. That's good. I'm excited. It's getting closer. Oh,
That was not me.
check.
That was not me either.
That must have been me.
Not me. Like,
That was creepy. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay.
I thought it sounded like a voice from hell or something.
I know.
I kill you. I kill you. I don't know what that was. Sally.
Hank.
Sally. Hank
Sally,
says,
yeah.
Hank
Oh, wait,
says,
I gotta wave so she knows it's me, so she'll
Okay.
come
okay.
No, it's the other times,
on.
Bridget. I gotta switch it around.
Silly.
Congratulations, Sally, on winning your pop.
Oh, thank you.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was. You know, it was really weird because I had I like entering stuff like that anyways, but I had a really weird feeling that I have to go do this right now. You know, like I have
Right.
to go comment or whatever.
Because you were actually kind of late.
Yeah.
You didn't even find out about it until the next morning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're late? You're pregnant?
No, Sally won Lori's 200 subscriber drawing.
That's
You won a
awesome.
Funko
Yeah.
Pop.
Funko Pop, yep. Yay.
So
Now
I
starts Sally.
don't like
I
entering those things.
I was really excited.
yeah, it was cool.
And I'm like, well, maybe this will be my new collection,
There you go.
you know, because I don't have like a whole bunch of stuff that I collect or anything like that. Usually, I mean, I have a few things here and there up on my board, and I collect hats, and that's pretty much it, you know.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, they take up room.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few things here and there on my board, and I collect hats. And
YouTube.
that's pretty much it,
I'm
you
trying.
know?
Okay. I just thought I'd pop that in there.
Okay.
Rookie.
I got haunted last night.
Listen, I'm a newbie
Did?
at all this again.
You got haunted last night?
Yeah.
What happened?
Several things.
Several
Like-
things, huh?
Yeah. Like
Uh-oh.
shit falling off the shelves that shouldn't be falling off the shelves. Just the big thing that like really was like after it happened, I actually went in there to see if it was Teresa because I was almost sure that somebody was back there. But I was in the cooler and like we'll take the 20 ounces, the cases of 20 ounces, and we'll kind of like bounce them off the wall, you know, like stacking them.
Oh, I thought you
And
meant throw them against the wall.
no, like, you know, they're heavy. So
Yeah.
we have them against the wall and to stack them, we kind of just like throw them in there
Yeah.
and then and they'll usually hit the wall, and level into place,
Right.
and I put a whole bunch of Pepsi up, and so I was banging on that wall. Well, after I did that, there was like 5 bangs on the wall, on the other wall, which is the back room, and it sounded like somebody was stacking 2 liters because the 2 liters are right there in the
Wow.
back room. And so, the cases. So, it sounded like somebody was bouncing 2 liters off that wall. And I went right in the back room and nobody was in there.
Hmm.
And I went up to the front and Teresa's sitting at the desk and I'm like, "You okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You weren't in the back room, huh?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah." It's just crazy. I mean, and it was like, it wasn't just a couple of things. It was like 8 or 9 things,
Wow.
that happened. I had a few 20 ounces in a a crate, and I had set that on the other 20 ounces and it should have been fine. Well,
Mhm.
I walked down to the other end of the cooler and I was doing something, and all of a sudden that whole case, the whole crate fell,
Wow.
and it shouldn't have fallen. Like,
Uh-huh.
it was stuff that was falling that shouldn't have fallen. So
Huh.
it
Crazy.
was just, yeah. And me and Mark had a long
They did.
yeah. I was just talking to over there. I was like, "Yeah, Mark, it was really cool whenever you worked here and stuff. And I know that you said that you were going to come back and haunt us, but really today is not the day. I have a lot of stuff to get done and you're making it harder on me. And I know that you didn't like that when other, people did that to you,
Mhm.
so you don't need to be doing that to me." And he was very involved in like the paranormal, like some paranormal groups and stuff like
Mhm.
that here in town. And he would actually go to like conventions and stuff.
Hmm.
And
Well, maybe he knew, maybe he figured out how to, how to make himself known and,
yeah,
how to do the things that
yeah,
get people's attention.
yeah,
I think people have to be somewhat open-minded to that, to actually see the things that are happening around them. I
yeah,
I know that it sounds crazy, but there's times that, like in the house, in my peripheral vision, I'll see like a tuft of smoke, and I don't smoke in the house,
right,
and I'll see just like a ring, like a ringlets, and it'll just be, like 1 second, and it'll be there, and you know, so I know that there's, it may be Mike, it may not be, I don't know, but
yeah,
I know that there's stuff going on in this house. And I'm okay with it as long as you don't scare me, as long as you don't appear in no mirror.
right,
behind me or anything, in the shower, I'm okay. You
Yeah.
keep your distance, I'll keep mine. We're all good.
It's gotta be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Hank,
want to do any of that.
Hank was probably the ghost of Chipmunk that passed.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm thinking that might be what we have.
Really? Well, it may be easier for a chipmunk to get in than a mouse. I don't know.
Or do you have mice?
Well, no, we caught like 6 mice, all right, in our kitchen.
Oh,
We were seeing a lot of evidence. And so within 3 days we caught 6 mice.
wow.
Well,
Holy
I know.
I would've-
So I brought some of the traps, and these are snap traps. They're not like around traps,
Mhm.
So I brought 2 traps in here and set them by the couch. And the other day, when Brandon got up, that trap was tripped, and it was all the way over here by the door.
Wow.
And so something got in it, and but that just scares me that something got in it and is still alive.
Yes.
That's what scares me. I mean, it could be a snake or something,
I'd rather have a snake than mice.
I think I would too, but
Oh, I don't even think I know.
I mean, I'm scared of both of them, but at least with the snake, he'd be eating all the mice.
That's true. That is true.
Maybe I need to get a pet snake.
I'm surprised your dogs don't go after the mice.
That's what I'm.
My dogs are pussies. That's why.
When I was growing up, I had a poodle, like a miniature poodle.
Mm-hmm.
And that dog would catch more mice than any of the cats we ever had.
Wow. Really?
Oh, yeah. That dog was always catching mice.
I wish. I just know that from the way that they acted with that chipmunk that got in the house, a while back.
Yeah.
I could see them looking at him.
Mhm.
He was peeking out from one of the corners or whatever,
Like here.
and he was around. I couldn't see him around my desk, but I could see my dogs, and my dogs were looking at him, and they just shake. And I'm like, go get him. He's eating all your food. You better go get him.
That's funny.
That's right, Liz. I'm fine with paranormal. No fear. Mice and spiders, forget it.
Yeah, mice, Spiders I don't like, but I can squish them real quick.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Chris freaking vacuums them up. Like, okay, now they're alive in the vacuum cleaner. Thanks very much. But mice, I can't handle mice.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, I have not had one mouse since I've lived here. So.
Well, that's good.
But
Morning, Sassy Seller.
now I don't have a cat, so.
Yeah.
Which, I think after the holidays, I'm gonna go look.
Well,
I know I said.
into it.
I know I said no more, and I'm not getting any after I had to put her down, but now I'm thinking, oh, I kind of miss having one around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You miss it when they're gone. Definitely.
So, but I told Chris if we get one, it's going to be from a shelter and it's going to be a senior. Because nobody wants them, the senior cats,
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Huh. Maggie just said we watched a very weird version of A Christmas Carol on TV last night. Did anyone else see it?
I saw the commercials for it, and
I
I
did
thought
too.
the same thing, that it looked really strange.
Yeah.
Huh. Was it like a scarier version?
Well, there's parts of it that are scary.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that it's supposed to be, but
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. I saw the commercials too.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
commercials and then-
I'm trying to think of who that guy was that played. Um, he didn't play Scrooge. He played
Marley.
one of the ghosts or something.
Marley.
Hmm.
Huh?
Marley.
Oh, maybe it was Marley. Um,
Morning, Mike.
Mike, good morning.
yeah, it was, and it's, God, I can't remember who it was now. Let me look. Let's see if I can bring up the cast.
Yeah, like I said, I saw the commercials and I'm like, kind of just I wasn't really paying attention to it, but just
Yeah.
kinda listening, and I glanced over at the team, like, what the hell is that? And that because I said to Chris, I said, I like the original, like the
Yeah.
old version of it.
You know what? I really like the one with what's his face? The Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
yeah. Maggie Doodle said it was just very dark. It went more into Jacob Marley in purgatory and sexual abuse in Scrooge's
Wow.
past.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I don't think I would like that.
No, I don't know.
Not for a Christmas
I know, right?
type of thing. That's kind of a downer.
It was Tom Hardy
Oh, okay.
and Guy Pearce played Ebenezer Scrooge.
Morning, Glenn.
I watched the movie Avatar for the first time.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
It
For
was
the first time.
I know. We kept saying we wanted to watch it before we went to Disney last year because they have the Pandora Land there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they have a Pandora Land, and they have like Flight of Passage, and where you're riding on a banshee is one of the rides, and it was really cool. So we went. We didn't watch it. We went, saw a lot of things. It was very beautiful. It was like the whole land at nighttime is bioluminescent. All the plants are, it's so pretty, but we didn't understand it.
Hmm.
So we watched
Yeah.
the movie the other day, 3 hour. I'm like, this is a long movie.
Yeah.
But now we understand the stuff that we saw.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of brings everything
I
together.
I really like that movie. So what is the land? Is it like all those plants and stuff that
Yup,
are,
it's all the plants, the trees.
they look like all the roots are connected and
Yep.
stuff?
And
That's cool.
and they have like one of those, the robot things that the guys sit in and control.
Oh yeah.
They have one of those that an actual guy sits in and walks around with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
that's really cool.
Flight of Passage. See, you go into the ride and it talks about, we're trying to connect you with a banshee, and and then they run all these pretend scans and stuff like that, and or Avatar or whatever, and then so now it makes sense. Before it was just cool.
Yeah, I bet.
But now it makes
But
sense.
they put so much into that movie, and I thought it was really cool.
It
It
I-
was a really, really good. I actually have seen that.
And the second
don't,
one's coming out, so they're coming out with
Believe it or not. Yeah, they're coming out. It looks like they're coming out with the second
Maggie, you need to watch that.
one. Yeah, I'm
Yes, Maggie,
surprised that
watch
you
it.
have not seen that.
Maggie, watch it before you go back, because it'll make that whole land and ride make complete sense.
It's still one of the most expensive movies ever made
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. I
because
bet.
they just spent so much money on special effects.
Yeah, Liz says the tail connect thing creeps me out a little bit. Yeah, that was a little bit much, but really, I mean, it's really cool to think of it like, I mean, they're aliens, so, but then you think of like, what if there really is aliens that have have that some kind of like connection thing to where, you know, they just sit on an animal and like it's like a plug, you know. You
Yeah.
sit on it and
Yep.
you know, it plugs you in or whatever.
Kind of,
Yep.
you know, it gives you like that's their connection with their nature and their connection with that animal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was good. It was really good.
Liz
Morning,
says, I
Lisa.
love Flight of Passage. We waited 2.5 hours in line to
Wow.
ride it, and it was worth it.
It.
Wow.
I don't have not patience, but I can't sit still for that long.
So,
So
are you riding the thing?
you're actually when you sit down, you're sitting on like almost like a motorcycle type thing,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and then they drop the screen down, and it's like you're flying through Pandora on a Banshee. Like
Wow.
you can feel it breathing on your legs. Like you
Wow.
have that, you know, and yeah, you're like flying through Pandora on a Banshee.
That would be so cool.
It is really cool.
Hi, Lisa.
I'm not a big, like, you know, theme park
Mhm.
type of person. I mean, I like to go to theme parks. I like to ride roller coasters. I'm kind of a thrill seeker type of person, but I've never had that desire to go to Disney World. And since I've been talking to you guys, I actually want to.
Mhm. It is so different than Disney.
I really want to go to Disney World.
It
Yeah.
is. It
Just-
is a totally different place than Disneyland. Honestly, I mean,
Well, I mean, I haven't been in Disneyland in 10 years.
this would blow you when if you go to Disney World, you have to spend at least, I would say, Maggie might disagree, at least 6 to 7 days your first time.
Yeah, I would agree.
Wow.
I like to stay longer. My ideal would be 2 weeks. I wouldn't want to stay any longer than 2 weeks. The longest I've ever stayed is 10 days. But I'm actually thinking about doing the Disney Vacation Club. I have to talk to Maggie more about that.
So, like, so do they have like things to where you can stay in there for like 10 days or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when you go to Disney World, you stay, I mean, they have outside hotels, but it's still kind of on Disney property.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So you're under that Disney bubble the whole entire time. You use their transportation, you know, you go to their parks, you can get an Uber and go somewhere else if you want, or rent a car, but Disneyland is, to me, was more like a Six Flags.
But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so like, so like, do you pay like one fee for the entry?
Yeah, you get a park hopper pass, and it's a pass to all the parks, and you can go as many times as you want during the day. Like you could go to Epcot in the morning and then hop over to Magic Kingdom in the afternoon. You know, take a nap in between or whatever. Take the bus back to your hotel, take a nap, go back. It's like everything is right there.
Mm.
So
It's like staying within the theme park, basically.
it's like, yeah, it's almost like a Sandals type resort, I guess. Is
Right.
what I could, you know, but
Yeah.
Disney. Everything is right there. You stay right there. Everything is there. Anything you need is there. Your food, you know, we always get the dining plan, so that's included in our cost. So when we
Right.
get there, we need actually no cash unless we want to buy souvenirs. Everything's paid for.
That's really neat.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And as adults without little kids, it's a lot more fun.
Right.
Like you can hop on the monorail and go to different resorts that are on the monorail line, and they're like resorts I would never be able to afford, but you can actually walk through them and see how pretty you know what I mean? Look at everything.
Yeah.
You could go to one of their lounges and have a drink or whatever you want, you know.
That sounds a lot A lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it. Now I want to go back. And actually going to Disneyland, my daughter and I said the same thing. It made us leaving Disneyland wanting to go to Disney World
Right.
because it's like we didn't get that. And all the cast members were so rude.
Really?
Really?
So rude. Like when you go to Disney World, everybody says, you know, the cast members go out of their way and say hello to you, have a great day. You leave the park, they're like, oh, have a magical day, you know, whatever. Not here. Disneyland, they're like, I said it before they did to them. Like when we leave, I'd say the security or whatever, you know, have a good day. And yep, you too. Yeah, it just like, I don't know. They were rude. Anyway, enough
Wow.
about Disney.
Wow. Bluegrass Picker says, I'm from Disney Boyhood home, Marceline, Missouri.
I want to go there.
And until he passed, anyone from our little town could go to Disneyland for free. That's cool.
Wow.
Huh. How far did we say that was from me? Bridget, do you remember? Remember when you were looking?
Was it 3 hours?
I think it was like, yeah, I think it was like 3 hours.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm from Kansas.
Yeah, Maggie, I couldn't do the Walking with Walt tour, which we wanted to do because the candlelight processional was going on. So they had very limited, and it rained every single day we were there.
Oh my gosh.
And it, not like a Florida rain, like, I mean, rain.
Mm.
But,
That's crazy.
and all the rides kept breaking down.
Oh wow.
But anyway, whatever. It was an experience. I'm glad we did it
Right.
to say, you know, okay, now we know what it's like.
Did you
Hollywood,
go anywhere else?
we went to Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood and Vine there to see all the
Mm.
like the stars, and we went to the Chinese theater. I like the Chinese theater a lot because I like seeing all those old signatures and handprints, and
Mm-hmm.
that was really cool. Like, you know, and they dated them like from the 20s, and
Yeah.
it was really, really neat. I like that.
Did you
Yeah,
see the
and it's-
sign?
Hmm?
Did you see the sign?
What sign?
The
The
Hollywood,
Hollywood
sign.
sign.
Oh, yes. Yep,
Okay.
I saw that.
Okay.
The sign.
But you know, my daughter and Frank's highlight was seeing Tent City. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're driving, and because we had Frank drive the rental car, so they're driving and they go under that overpass where Tent City is,
Yeah.
and they're like, yes, we saw it. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh God.
But then we get on to where we're walking down the street looking at all the stars on the sidewalk, and it stunk so bad.
Yeah.
Poor Kyla's gagging. This is a kid that can't even go to the zoo because her stomach is so weak. She's gagging. And I'm like, you get a mixture of pee, body odor, and then once in a while, pot, because you go by the smoke shop.
Yeah.
That whole area smelled like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure that it was an experience, you know, and
It was an experience. It was
Did you go to the beach?
no.
you didn't go to the beach?
It
You should have.
rained
You
every
should have went
day.
to Venice.
Oh.
It
You
rained
should have
every
went to
day.
Venice. Venice is right there.
Or Santa Monica.
Or Santa. Well,
Santa Monica
no.
Beach Boardwalk.
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's up north, isn't it?
Well, it's right around that area.
It was cold too. It was like
Was it cold?
it was cold. It was like in the 50s, and then rained every day. So then when you get that weather with the rain, you're like, oh my God. I actually bought a winter like jacket when I was there to wear because I didn't bring one.
Wow.
Because I'm like, oh no, we're from New York. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll think it's nice and warm. And
Wow. That sounds really good, Lisa.
but we had
And I
lunch.
just got handed Crack Smack. Fruit Loops covered with white chocolate, kind of like Chex Mix.
Ooh.
Puppy Chow. That's so good. That sounds
Wow.
good.
Oh wow, that does sound really good. I have to make some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venice is a completely.
I don't think I've ever been to Venice Beach before.
Yes, you have.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been to Venice. I mean, I've been to Santa Monica, but I don't think I've ever been to Venice. Like Muscle
Now-
Beach and all that. I don't think I've ever been.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I've
you've
never
never
been
been there?
I've never been there because I never went down to like San Diego with you guys. You know, when you guys were going to San Diego, I never went down there. So
Yeah.
I've never been to San Diego.
Really? I've been to San Diego.
I've never been to. I've been to Long Beach. I've been to
Yeah.
San Pedro. So I guess that's kind of.
Well, Long Beach is
That's
where
not-
Muscle Beach is at.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
And
But
Long Beach would have been right there where you guys were at too,
yeah.
by the
But
thingy.
It's expensive there.
Oh my God.
I
Really?
thought New
I
York was
know.
expensive, but California is more expensive. So Julie needs to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And she needs to take those babies and she needs to move to Texas with her mama.
Yep. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Now we just gotta. And Julie's on board with that, but now we
Okay.
just gotta get Dan on board.
Just send them random pictures of Texas all the time.
What's all that crap on your desk, Todd?
Looks like jewelry or watches or something.
Watches, yeah, there was a big sale at the Lutheran.
Oh, they let you buy watches?
Yeah,
No
What
way.
the heck?
these were, most of these were marked like $10 or $5, and they had all the watches on for $2 a piece.
Wow.
Oh,
Your
sweet.
mom went
So
your mom went and had a talk with that old hag, didn't she?
she did.
Told her to leave her baby alone.
I was gonna say, did she have a lobotomy or what?
Uh, That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I got some pretty good stuff yesterday for
Good.
cheap.
Good,
It
good,
looks-
good.
It looks pretty from what I can see.
Yeah. Awesome.
I think all of these are women's watches, but yeah, let's see. I just got them out to slap batteries in them while we're talking. Little
Yeah.
Benras,
Yeah, that's nice.
gold tone. It's a nice watch. It should be $15 or something. You know, buy for 2, sell for 15.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Easy to ship, easy to store.
Yeah.
It's alive.
Well, how do you pack those normally? Do you have like boxes you put them in or anything, or do you just wrap them up in bubble wrap and send them on their way?
On the cheaper watches, I usually put each watch in a little Ziploc
Uh-huh.
bag,
Uh-huh.
and then I wrap one sheet of bubble wrap, slap them in a padded mailer, and send
on
them.
their
And
way.
they're all less than 4 ounces each, so they're all
Sweet.
getting shipped for like $2.50 to $3.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I make about, on cheap watches, I make about $8 a piece.
Yeah.
Just putting a battery in it and spraying it down with Windex.
Yep.
Ugh.
Not big money, but
Hey,
keeps me out of trouble.
there you go.
And I got, you know what? Have you ever heard of a Wonder Mill?
No.
Mm-mm.
Take your, you can buy any kind of grain, rice, corn, barley, wheat, and make your own flour. It's a grinder.
Oh God, is that what Gwen's got you doing now?
No. But I got one at, let's see. Yeah, let me just bring one up on eBay and screen share because I like to screen share.
Yes, we know.
You're our
That's
screen,
perfectly fine.
screen share king.
Yes. Yes, he is, and he's proud of it.
Yeah.
I want coffee.
So let's see here. Here now. Here now. Okay, where am I at? I lost y'all.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, share screen share. Are we there yet?
Morning, Cindy.
Maybe.
No, I don't see nothing yet.
I see your hand.
Let
Yeah,
me
that.
try
little-
it.
yeah, I see it.
Let me try it again. What did I do?
I have
You
it
done
on
effed
mine.
it up. You effed it up. That's what you did.
Hmm.
Where did? Ooh,
Oh, that's pretty.
what's pretty?
My screen just went from white to all colorfuls.
Huh. Mine went to black.
What did I?
Oh. Okay, now we see it.
What?
Now we can. That's weird. Hold on. Yeah.
Does Valerie have to buzz me in or something?
No, I see it on.
No. Okay, and now you just switched to umbrellas.
Umbrellas.
Okay, now
I don't see it.
What?
this
On
is
our,
so weird.
I don't see it on our screen, but I see it on the YouTube screen.
No, that's weird.
Our screen is still you.
Really?
Yeah, the YouTube screen is this white thing.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird because I have
Now
I
we have
have it.
umbrellas again. Okay, now we don't have umbrellas. Now we have the white
Umbrellas.
thing again.
but I see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Dang.
So.
Uh-oh, where'd Valerie go?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. It's like this one.
Huh.
Of course, that's a new one.
That I never even knew they had such a thing.
These are popular with like Mormons.
I bet you they'd be
who-
popular with like Johanna. She would probably use something like that.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
So this is kind of like what it is. You
Holy cow,
dump
you got-
grain in the top.
How much did you pay for yours?
Everything was half price yesterday for most items, so I got it for $30.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah, it
So
is.
that'll be before fees. That'll be 5 times my money.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Ish.
$128 with $42.72 shipping.
Yeah, this is one
They
that
did it
sold.
auction style.
It's a pretty cool machine. You can make your own flour, and there's different settings for coarse grind and fine grind and pastry grind. I guess that's real powdery.
That's really cool.
So
I don't know where
I got one of
Valerie's
those. Just different stuff. I got a pretty nice camera tripod. I usually don't like selling tripods because there's so many that are cheap.
Yeah, I just
But-
bought a couple myself, and I see that they're not really going for much.
Well, it depends on the brand.
Mhm.
This one's called a Manon.
And you
Manon.
always you have to make sure that little top piece is there because that's usually always missing because people keep it on their cameras and forget to take it off.
Right.
I have both. I have 2 tripods, and I have that piece on both of them, but my tripods are only going for like $20. Really sucks.
Are we gonna
So
drop
the-
off because Valerie's not there?
I don't freaking know.
She just
Funny.
said, "Are we still live?" I told her yes.
Yeah.
So this tripod sells for about $20. Got it for $5.
Wow, you did good.
Different stuff.
Yeah.
Did good, you old part timer.
Old part-timer. I need to do some listings. I haven't listed for 2 weeks.
Holy moly, Todd.
I got a pair of boots and a pair of shoes. Just random picking out stuff to sell.
Is Gwen
Yeah.
off of school yet, or when does she get off?
I think today's her last day
Oh, okay.
for before Christmas.
Today's Chris's last day.
Maybe not. Maybe she might go a day or two next week.
Too. Chris has off from today's his last day until January 6th. Lord,
Wow.
2 whole weeks.
Where does he work again?
He's a machinist.
Huh.
Makes parts for cars. And there's this one machine they brought in for Honda to make one certain part for Honda.
Hmm.
And him and this other guy are the only 2 that are trained on this machine and know how to work it. Well, the other guy went away for open heart surgery. He's only in his early 40s. And then there's Chris. Well, they knew that this guy was scheduled for surgery. Frank was scheduled for surgery. They knew Chris was scheduled to go on vacation. So why not train a third person? Wouldn't you think that would make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So they had somebody try to, when he was on vacation, they had somebody try to do something with the machine and they fucked it all up. Now they can't get it working again and all their parts are behind. And he has the next 2 weeks off. And he goes, I'm telling them too, I am going out of state. I'm not going to be in the area.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
made it back.
Yay, good.
I got thrown out into the infinity world.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're just gone.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird.
Well, Todd was in here showing us all kind of porn and stuff with a
I
screen
bet.
share.
I bet he was.
It was disgusting.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it was old man porn.
Did you see balls and all that kind of stuff too?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Gosh.
Hanging low,
God.
all wrinkly.
Your wrinkled
Wrinkled,
balls.
sweaty balls.
Ugh.
He's like, I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah. I'm leaving.
That's funny.
So much for this show.
Yeah. Well, I got everything that needed to get sent out. I got shit sent out as far as Christmas presents.
Oh,
Well,
good.
that's good.
That's done. And then I don't have any, I think all my Christmas presents are I've got them set up. I just need to put them in boxes and wrap them up. And
Cool.
Yeah. That's good.
I think I'm on
We ain't doing nothing for Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Gonna humbug it. for
I'm
sure.
done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably be, I'll go over to Rose's for for the day, but you know, it's just gonna be me.
Yeah, I'm going. Well, we have Christmas Eve at my sister's, and then I didn't know what Kyla was doing. I said, "What are you doing? You know, are you coming here Christmas?" Because she'll be at my sister's Christmas Eve, and then to drive all the way back to Buffalo, you know, and then back here for
Right.
Christmas morning. I said, "You're gonna want to spend Christmas morning at your house." She's like, "No, what's there to do there?" So I guess they're staying here, but I got her a hotel in town because I have her room. Her room is my death pile right now.
Well,
There's boxes on her bed, and I'm like, so I just got a hotel room for
there you go.
her.
That's good.
You're selling addicts as little girls. So I just got some coffee and come back and I hear balls.
Yep.
Get used to it.
You never know what you're gonna hear when you come.
It was
in.
Todd's fault.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It was all Toddy, Todd,
Mhm.
Todd.
Bunch of young.
Well, it had to be. He's the only one with balls here.
That's true. That's true. Yesterday was a messed up day. I didn't take a nap or anything like that. I got busy and I got all my shipping done. And then I started working on Christmas stuff because I was like, if I don't do that right now, I got to do it. You know, I got to
Mhm.
do it because I got to get this stuff shipped out before it doesn't get there until, before. So I
Right.
got all of my shipping done, all of my Christmas presents shipping done. And then what happened? Something happened. Oh, so my local post office doesn't, they close at 2:00, but I wanted to make sure that this stuff actually went out, like got on the truck.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I'm going to get there by 2, and that way I can make sure that it gets on the truck and gets out of here. And because they can scan it and everything, but it doesn't actually mean that it's going to go.
Right.
And so I go there at like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I guess I didn't look at the time or something, because I ended up getting there at like 1:15, and it's like 5 miles up the road.
Mhm.
And they take lunch from 1 to 2.
Oh.
So I actually had to sit there for 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was like, well, I'm not going to go home and then come back. So I had to sit there for
Yeah.
45 minutes. That about killed me because I was like, I have so much to do at home,
Right.
you know. So I just sat there, did my thing, and waited for them, got those to the post office. And then by the time I came home, it was like, 2:30. I don't know. It just, but I did get some listings. Not as many as I wanted to, but I still got some listings up. So
That's good.
I'm still working on my 146. I think I have a little bit over. I haven't made much progress. I have a little bit over 100 still to go.
Mm.
It's not going as smoothly as I thought it would
You'll
for
get
some
it.
reason.
It usually doesn't. Well,
Yeah.
that's why you have to prepare for that.
So, but I figure, that I don't really have too much. I have a couple of packages to ship, and then
Well, don't be crying about that because I ain't got nothing today.
Aw.
I ain't crying. I'm happy. I'm happy that I got them. And then I can start pumping them out. So hopefully I can get between today and tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can get as much as I can.
Yeah. I think you'll do fine. You just need to figure out what your number is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
But it's going to be different every day because, different shit's gonna happen every day. So, you know, it's, but I think the thing that helps me is knowing that I don't have to do much with them. All I have to do
Mhm.
is picture them.
Right.
But I was kind of running into roadblocks. Like I would start steaming this one thing, and then I'd see a stain, and then I'd try to fix the stain, and then it got worse. And it was
Wow.
just, you know, I probably put like 3 or 4 pieces off to the side, you know, in the thrift bin because I couldn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
So that was kind of I don't know. There's always something. Always some kind of,
Oh, something's always, yeah,
yeah,
gonna slow you down a little bit.
you know, it's like that old saying, duck and weave. Duck and weave and hope everything is okay.
But you'll get it. You put the time in, you'll get the value out. So
Yep. Yep. So hopefully that'll,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get more coffee.
okay.
I go potty.
Okay. I'll do all the things.
I hope everything comes out okay.
Yeah. She got it going in and coming out.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. But I don't know. Just trying to get my, I'm really trying to get my numbers up, my listings up so I can get more stuff on that so I can sell.
You
But
will. Are you there's Johanna. Hey, we were just talking. Todd has something you would like. Anyway. What was I gonna ask you? Oh, are you gonna stay with the store you have, or are you gonna upgrade, or
I'm gonna stick with what I got for right now. I think I really need to focus on just getting the numbers up, just working on the numbers, But
Mhm.
I would actually like to go back up to Anchor, but I gotta have the numbers to
Oh, right.
push that. So I'm thinking if I can get up to 20, I think 2,500 is 2,500 to 3,000 is a good number, a good
I was gonna
goal.
say I could see you being able to get up to 3,000 probably by
Yeah,
the middle of January.
yeah, I would hope so. But I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone from the 3rd until the 17th. So
Mm.
so I don't have much time. Um, so I don't know. My goal is to get up to between 2,500. I think I'm at 1,900 right now.
Oh, well,
So
that's attainable. You can do that in 2 weeks.
yeah, I got like a week because I'm leaving on the 3rd. So I got
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. The third.
I got about 2 weeks to get my numbers up. So
Right.
I don't know if I'll get them up by then, but I mean I would really like to be at between 2,500 and 3,000 before I upgrade my store. I don't know. We'll have to see.
You can do it.
Yeah. I mean, and even if I don't upgrade my store, I still want to get my numbers up.
Yeah, you can get your
Um,
numbers up.
you know. So, and then I'm still working on my inventory system. Still got that going, and
Mm.
so there's all kinds of stuff going on here. So, but I mean, after I get back from North Carolina, it's gonna be balls to the wall, pedal to the metal, only going up type of thing. Get back on the Amazon train and the Mercari train and the Etsy train and all that, because I didn't open them back up when I got back home. The Mercari and the Etsy, I just left them closed for now. I just didn't want to deal with them for right now. maybe that wasn't the right choice, but I figured, with eBay and Poshmark between the two, that was enough to deal with.
Busy.
It's just, yeah, there's just no time to do anything.
No.
I barely have time to go potty. eBay didn't add that background removing program, did it? Were they supposed to? I don't remember hearing that, but
Oh, Johanna, he has a Todd, tell her what you have.
I have a Wonder Mill. Make your own
oh,
flour.
yeah.
I said that is something Johanna I could see her doing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. With all the stuff that she does.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Huh?
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
What's going on?
Can't hear you again.
Prancer's barking at me.
Oh, we couldn't hear
Brandon's
that either.
barking at you?
No, Prancer.
Oh. Okay.
He was barking like a lot, so I couldn't unmute myself.
Oh,
we didn't hear
okay.
that either. So.
I was like, Brandon's barking at you?
That's what I thought she was saying.
What the heck?
That's exactly what I thought. She was.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. See, Sherry says that eBay opened, they said they were going to do something to help with that.
Oh.
Huh. I haven't heard anything about
Oh,
that.
you know what? I did hear something about that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, to make it, you could, yeah, I know what she's talking about. To make it white, like,
Right.
yeah. They have
Oh, so that everybody's background would be white.
Yep.
Huh.
And I haven't seen that come out, and I have not seen the shipping thing coming out yet.
What's the shipping thing?
They were supposed to do it to where there was you could scan once you print your labels. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
scan them.
That's right. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. Huh.
Yeah, I think they said a lot of eBay open that they haven't done yet.
Yeah, they do that though. I mean, I don't know. I know that they like to, you want to put that stuff out there to get people excited and, but you really shouldn't do that unless it's like close to being put out. I mean, you shouldn't get people's hopes up or whatever, that's not right. Yeah, Joanna says, dang, Todd, those Wonder Mills are expensive.
Yeah. I got mine for $30.
That's not bad.
No.
So it should sell around 120, something like
Yeah.
that.
Dangling the carrot. That's right. It's like campaign promises. Well, we're going to be going through a lot of that this year.
Well, not to get on politics, but did the president get impeached?
No.
No.
Yes, there's a whole process.
Okay. Because
They vote. Yeah.
I don't.
the stupid papers this morning.
It was
Trump
voted through the
impeached.
House of Representatives,
Yes,
but
but not through the
this-
Senate. It still has to go
this-
through the Senate, and
yeah, the Senate will vote it down.
Oh,
So it's going to be just one huge waste of taxpayer time and money and the
yep.
Yep.
idiots up there.
Like
With
they don't have
nothing.
anything else they can do.
Yeah, how about
Yeah, try figuring other stuff out that's wrong with this country. It's just like our freaking Governor Cuomo. Like,
Mhm.
try to figure out, there's other stuff wrong with this state other than what you're trying to do.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, Joanna says, wow, is it electric? The ones on Amazon are like $250.
Well, those are new,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, it's electric. Yeah.
There are delays. And then yeah, I don't know nothing. Maggie says, yeah, technically he was impeached, but yeah, it has to go through all the
Hoopla.
the
And by the time
golden.
it gets through, the next election's gonna be up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it would be just so funny if he got elected again.
I have a feeling he will.
It's like,
Um,
"Ooh, take that."
I mean, I mean, once you're impeached, you can't run again, right? That kind of.
Hey,
I don't know if that's a rule or
don't
not.
know.
I don't think that is. I
That
don't know.
would be a trip if he was impeached and he got reelected. What the freak?
Yeah. You know, I heard he had perfect eyesight, that he has 20/20.
Hmm.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What's that got
Get
to do with anything?
Or whatever she was gonna say.
I heard he has weird hair. I don't know what that's got
I
to
heard
do.
he has no hair.
Oh, did you?
Did
Where's
you
the
get it?
No.
He has 20/20.
Oh, haha, I got it.
I don't get it.
What? I don't get it.
The year 2020, the election.
Oh.
Oh,
That went.
well, that was just
pew!
Went way over all our heads there. So.
that went right
Man.
over my bald head.
Yeah. That did not compute. Cindy says yes, he can still run again. Look that up too. Anissa says he's going to get reelected.
I think so too.
Joanna says it happened to Clinton. The House impeached, the Senate didn't.
Yes.
Was
yeah.
reelected.
But whenever he got sucked off or whatever,
Oh, I don't know about that. That must have been.
the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal.
I don't know.
Whatever he got. Oh my God, Sally.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Sally's-
wasn't why he was impeached.
No.
Why
I
was he
didn't-
impeached then? I don't remember.
It's going to take a little more than that to get impeached, Sally.
Well,
That
he
happens
wasn't
quite a bit, I'm sure.
actually impeached.
Not with an intern.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure those interns make their money.
Oh. They'll do it.
That's right.
But the interns don't make any money. That's why they're called interns.
I know.
Oh, they get the money on the side.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they get.
Oh, lying under oath.
Yeah. Oh, the stain. Yeah. I don't know.
Which,
I
yeah,
don't
you
know.
could impeach every politician for that.
Sure.
I wish they. Yeah. No. Yeah. Wish they'd impeach our stupid governor.
I did not have sex with that woman.
You tell them. You tell them.
Well, technically, it depends on how you define sex.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That yeah. He should have said that woman did not have sex with me.
Right.
Just my genitals.
It was so
Good
funny when
morning, crack pickers.
Good morning. When I was dating before Chris, I had a neighbor, and they moved. Him and his wife moved to Pennsylvania, and then they must have moved back because I saw him at a store next to where I worked at the lawyer's office, and we were talking, and I said, are you married and still married? And he goes, well, define marriage. I'm like, okay. You're married.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I had to laugh at that one. I'm like,
When you have to define it,
well, define marriage.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. That tells me exactly what I wanted to know.
yeah, exactly. That's very true.
This says that woman gave me a Hummer, not sex.
Hello, Mr. Sadie. How
Hi, Mr.
far?
Sadie.
That was me too, Mr. Sadie. I was like, wow, that's that's gotta take some balls, you
Yep.
know, to admit to the whole world that
I'm not. I
that you
shouldn't
were
say-
getting special treatment.
Well, I don't think he had a choice but to admit it because it would have came out anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He knew he was stuck.
Yep. So, what else is going on?
Excuse me. Not much.
Nothing much here.
I think I have 4 to send out,
Good job.
which isn't great, but
Hey, it's something.
it's better than nothing, right?
And things are
Better
gonna-
than a big old goose egg.
And things right now are slowing down because they're not
Sure.
going to get it by Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, so now you're going to have the people that are buying for Christmas. They're going to be going out to the stores,
Yeah,
you know, because they don't have time to ship
Yeah.
anything.
I've
I
got.
remember though
I've-
that I got sales last year.
Oh yeah, they'll trickle in, but
Mhm.
you know, the people who are buying Christmas right now are not going to be buying online. They're
Yeah.
going to be at the stores buying right now. But right after Christmas is when you're going to see an influx again because of the gift cards and stuff.
Right.
And then in January, you know, people will be buying for themselves again and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So usually I'm pretty good until February. February, beginning of March. That's my slowest time.
Mhm.
That's usually when I do all my inventory and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I have like two or three unpaid items, and I'm hoping,
Ugh.
they're not going to come in and say, I need this by Christmas.
Well, too bad. Then you should have. Hey.
Too bad, so sad. Sorry,
I have.
can't help you.
Let's see.
Me
I have
too,
11.
Anissa.
I have 11 waiting for payment.
I don't.
You don't what? Are you okay?
No.
You kind of did a weird eye thing. You're scaring me. Stop it.
I don't have anything to ship today because I'm a failure.
Oh my God. No, you
Stop. Because you're a full-time worker.
Yeah.
I
mean, seriously, Sally,
I didn't
Give yourself a little more.
do it hard enough.
you did.
Nah.
You did what you could with the time that you have.
Did
Probably
more than
not.
Monica.
A leather scented candle. Oh, I bet that smells so good.
Leather scented candle?
Is there such a thing?
Wow. I didn't think so.
I think that
I
would
love the smell of leather. Mm.
I think that would be amazing. That is exciting, Jen.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Yes, Mr. Sadie, you did tell me about the Elvis Pez. Nana Nana Boo Boo. Yep. Got that yesterday.
Well, when is Valerie expecting it in the mail? When will
Yeah.
you be shipping it, Mr. Sadie?
Good morning,
Mary.
Mary. Yeah, I would love to get a leather scented candle. That would be awesome. I did get a card from Rita.
So did I.
It's very nice.
Yeah. It's very sweet.
Let's see. Yeah, Jenny says they're clearing out an extra bedroom for more inventory space, redoing the system. That's very exciting.
Heck yeah.
Hello, David. Kabut Pika.
God, what'd you just say?
Kabut Pika.
Car butt picker.
He was doing a trivia show
Hi,
yesterday.
David. Yeah.
What? Mary? She says, I
What
got
the
good
hell?
news. She is gone.
Wow.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Wow.
So Mary, what happened? Like, is she still with child?
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tell us, Mary, we gotta know.
There you go, Mr. Sadie. He bought 12 Danbury mint dragons and a wizard with a crystal ball. I know nothing about either, but I'm fixing to learn.
They're cool, and I've never sold a Danbury mint one, but I know that all the other dragons and stuff that I have listed have sold.
Yeah, those
She
guys
was
are
never
pretty
pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
She lied.
good. Man.
Oh my God.
Well,
That's even better.
yeah.
She cheated on him and got caught.
Good for her. That's exactly what they both needed.
Yeah.
That's good. Now
Yeah,
he can
I'm
be
just-
done with her and
Yeah.
start
Please
fresh.
tell me that he's done with her.
Yeah.
This is the wake up call that he needed.
Get back on track. Get his mind right again.
I'm so glad though. I mean, somebody like that, he sounds like a really good kid, you know?
My son spent the day with a cop friend, so she can't say he did anything to her. Perfect.
Good.
So now it's just, time to pick up the pieces, put your life back together, get back on track.
Mhm.
And that's right, Mr. Sadie. You are correct. You're not even in jail, so you're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even have to poison her.
Oh, that is great news. I bet your mind and your
Yeah.
body you took a big breath, sigh,
I'm so happy for you.
glad that's over and
Yeah.
you can start fresh and get back on track. So yeah,
We worry
Darn
about our
Christmas.
kids, even if they're big, you know?
that's a Christmas miracle.
Hell yeah. I'm so happy for you. That's really the best thing that could happen,
That's
that whole situation.
that is a good start for 2020 for him and for you,
Mhm.
for your family. Yeah. You've been dancing all day. Good. Here. I don't blame you a bit.
I don't get why you would lie about and say that you were pregnant if you weren't.
Well,
Trying to keep
I
somebody.
don't understand the goal there.
just keep somebody. I mean,
That's only going to work for a couple of months,
Yeah.
right.
and then no matter what you do or say, you're caught in a bald-faced lie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, she probably didn't have much credibility yet. Anyway, and then, and then everything else that happened, that just kind of, built the cement and sunk her. So yeah, you can't protect them. All you can do is be there for them, you know, day in, day out, and pray that they see the light and something happens, and that, you know, everything's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of time to really get pregnant. That is true. She
Mhm,
might have been
yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
I'm one of those anchor babies.
Yeah.
Which never worked.
No, no, no.
Yeah, like never mind.
What?
I lost it.
Is gone? Man,
It-
that one went. That was like 10-second Sally right
Twitter.
there.
I know.
Hi, my name's Sally.
I twittered. I was having a Sue moment.
That even made Todd laugh.
Funny. Oh, my name's Sally. Sorry about that.
You guys are
Shouldn't-
mean.
We shouldn't laugh at Sally's expense.
Mm-mm.
No, let's go ahead.
No, but like, what was I saying? No, never mind.
Man,
Wow, Sally.
Again?
Time for bed, honey.
That was rapid fire.
I'm
it's
gonna
like
quit
there.
while I'm
It was
ahead.
like there for a second, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
It's still there. She just doesn't know she should say it out loud. That's what she's doing.
No, it's gone. It's like,
Wow. Mary says I did get her criminal record. She was a con artist with felonies. I never showed my son because he wouldn't have listed by the time I got it.
yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes that kind of blows up in your face type
Yep.
of thing, you know. And some, I mean, it would have really said things could have really went south with that whole thing, you know, because she could have said something, said that he did something, and then he would have been back in jail. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta let kind of the cards play out, and
Yeah.
hopefully, you know, everybody will be okay. Mr. Sadie says I've been waiting on the mail every day for Todd's present, but it must have got lost. It doesn't come until Christmas Eve or Christmas. I just know it's a gold watch, though. I just know it.
What? Mr. Miser is sending out free gold watches?
Yeah, that's what he said the other day.
Did I?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Get me some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Leave me alone with Bridget, Sally.
Hmm?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
You said something.
I love you.
That's not what you said.
You're my favorite.
I live with an old man. I know.
Hey, so Silver Hair better get that color printing running.
Yeah.
Mail out all those pictures of gold watches to everybody real quick, like.
Yeah. I should do, but I probably won't even get that done.
Gwen's got him running. He's got to clean. Holidays are coming.
I'm busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Just think, Ted, now that your mom is closer, she'll be coming over more often, and Gwen will be making you clean more often.
There you go.
Excuse me. Yeah, Shirley, I would hope that our kids learn from our lessons a little bit. I mean, I've always told my kids straight up, you know, things that have happened to me and stuff, and stupid mistakes that I've made, you know, hoping that maybe they would, you know, maybe think of that whenever they come across some harebrained schemes, you know.
Hmm.
But we also know that if you don't experience it yourself,
Yep. And you can't protect them from everything when they're,
yeah,
once they get to be adults, you gotta kind of, you hate it, but you have to let it just play out.
yeah.
Just put new batteries in these watches, and I just put the old battery back in a watch.
Oh my gosh.
Good job.
It was pretty dumb right there.
I
Ta-doo.
always try to like take the old battery and get it away from me as much
I
as
know.
possible. Like throw it in the trash over here before, because I would put it right back in.
Me too.
It's just sitting there. Mr. Sadie says Todd's busier than one-legged man in an ass kicking contest.
Ass kissing contest. Yeah, there'd be no ass kissing around.
Maggie, you never told your kids anything about your wild childhood?
I've never told my kids.
Really?
No.
My kids know everything about me.
I mean, obviously my kids know that, I was 17 when I got pregnant for my son.
Right.
But no, they don't know about I mean, I never went to jail or anything, or I never was in a cop car or anything, but
I've been close.
because I've been sneaky.
Mm-hmm. I've been close. I told them, about, because I was pregnant with Job, and I had a pound of marijuana shake on me.
Mm.
And it was in a backpack type purse, and we were trespassing at a park. The park's closed at like 9 o'clock or something, and we were there at 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
And so of course the cops showed up. There was probably about 15 of us. And so they just basically took turns like searching us. And I didn't think they were going to catch that I had a backpack on, I guess.
Can you hide a backpack?
Yeah. And I mean, it was small.
Okay.
So, but still, like, there were straps, so yeah. So they caught me with that.
What
But
happened?
I didn't go to jail. When I was pregnant with Job, I had a pound of marijuana on me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And yeah, but they didn't take me to jail or nothing. So, and they got a pound of marijuana for free. So the cops did. So
They were smoking it up that night, I'm sure.
oh yeah. And I mean, there was other things too that I was close, but it was just stupid mistakes.
Who do you think was more wild, you or Valerie?
Valerie.
I
would have said that too, I think.
Yeah.
Just from hearing stories.
I was a little more. I was. Yeah. There wasn't too much that could stop me.
Valerie started
when I
getting
was a
wild
kid.
when she was younger.
I was like 12.
Oh, jeez.
I was young. I was very young, but I mean, so I pretty much between 12 and 17, 16 when I got married, I was pretty wild.
See, and
And a lot
I
of
didn't-
that time was while Dad was working nights. So
Yep.
I kind of had,
Yeah.
not the run of things, but
No, but you
I
had
don't know.
more. You could do more things because
Oh,
he wasn't
yeah.
around to watch.
And I manipulated my mom a lot as a kid.
yeah,
Because she was the type of mom. I mean, she loved us and everything, but she was the type of mom. She hated it when people were mad at her.
yeah.
And so all I could do was, all I had to, and it sounds horrible, but all I had to do was, when I found out the trick, all I had to do was act mad at her, and she would do anything for me, anything that I asked, which was not good, because potentially, I could have gotten in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Don't you think back on things that you did when you were young and you're like, I can't believe, like, I don't know, I just
Yeah.
can't believe I'm still here. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, my niece and I, we would walk down the road in Rochester and we would just take rides from whoever picked us up,
Yeah.
And there were serial killers around at that time.
I still do that.
Yeah, I know. But, we were like 15, 16 years old. And it's like, you think back on that and you're like, oh, I can't believe I'm still here, like still alive, because it could have easily gone totally different.
Right, Mr. Sadie, I can't hear this. I'm muting. Well, you got 6 granddaughters that, it, I don't know.
You're bound to have a wild one.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get real wild until I was about 17. And then by 18, I moved out. I moved out as freaking fast as I could.
Mhm.
And I didn't just move out. I moved 2 states away.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I didn't have to, I didn't have to deal with anything, as far as my parents.
Mhm.
And it would have been, I think it would have been a better situation if, I mean, because we both basically moved out to get away from our dad,
Okay.
under his hand. So, under his eye.
When is that coming out again?
June.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I think it will continue on, but
Oh yeah.
um
They already got contracted.
it was such a wildfire show that, I mean, they gotta play that one out completely, so
They better get their writers to step up a little bit.
yeah. I mean, how would that, I mean, if you think about it, every year has to be better than the every one has to be better than the last one.
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
that's a big, that's a tall order,
Yeah,
to
I
have
don't
to
know.
fulfill every time. Yeah, in my day, cops used to break up our kegers. I don't think I ever really went to like drinking. I never was a big drinker.
Right.
Like, I never went to like bonfires with a bunch of, other teenagers. I never really did a whole lot of that. But, I always had a boyfriend, and I usually always had a boyfriend that drove. Whether he had a license or not was, iffy. But somebody always had a car,
Hmm.
I I do remember this one instance, and it has always kind of haunted me. But so I was dating this one guy. His name was Ronaldo.
Ooh.
Yes. And I was about
Ronaldo.
probably about 13 at this time. And my cousin was dating his friend. And so we got together and we
Gilbert.
went in. Huh? Yeah, Gilbert.
Gilbert.
We broke into this house, which is super, super bad. We broke into this house and it was this old man and this old lady that lived there. Well, we had thought, and what I was told was this house was abandoned, like nobody lived there anymore. Well, come to find out, somebody did live there. And I can't even remember. It was like, we somehow broke in, we ran out, we got away. But oh my God, that could have been really bad.
Oh yeah.
That could have ended up horrible. Somebody could have got shot. Somebody,
Mhm.
ugh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it could have been really bad.
But I was, yeah, I was bad.
Thank you for
I
the
was
card,
just-
Rita. That was cute.
I was just going until somebody stopped me. Didn't really
Mhm.
have a limit.
Yeah. I think I only went to there was a couple of parties that I went to before I was 18. And then after 18 I went to several parties. But like I was always the driver, so I never got drunk or anything. But before I was 18, we went to this one in Porterville, and this party it was like a Saturday night, and I went with a girl from school, and I didn't really know her all that well, but she's like, oh, you should come and sleep over at my house, and then we'll go party. And I'm like, okay. So and I'm thinking, we'll just go over maybe one of her friends' house or something, and and maybe have some wine coolers or something. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. Nope. She lived close to Porterville High School. When we went down, it was past like Coleman's restaurant,
Uh-huh.
and you remember there's like that Chinese restaurant on that same side?
Yep.
It was over there.
Okay.
And we went in this one house, and then like you'd walk all the way through it, and then it turned into a different house. It was like two houses connected.
Okay.
It was so freaking weird. But you walked through this one house, and there was like kids playing and stuff, and then we walked into this other house, like how it connected, and it's a big old party with like 200 kids.
Oh my gosh.
And like the music, you could hear the music before you even get there, but you could, the music's bumping, and it was like, oh my God, I couldn't. And we didn't even really do anything the whole time we were there. And then two chicks ended up fighting. And so that was like a whole big thing. And then their boyfriends fought.
Oh God.
And they were acting like they had guns and stuff, but they didn't have nothing. And then they so they just beat the crap out of each other, and then we left. I was like, man, I don't know if I ever want to do that again. It was
Fun
like
times.
stressful. Huh?
Fun times.
Yeah. It was like very stressful.
Great party.
Poor stuff, all stressed out.
Bye.
Hi, Rita.
Now, see, that's what I mean. Now, if that was Valerie in that situation,
So I probably would have been
She wouldn't have been stressed out.
one of the girls having a fight or something.
She would have been the girl dancing on the table in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Or
But
sitting on the couch making out with a guy.
That's probably more real than any of the other part. Yeah.
Hmm.
I always had a boyfriend. I
Yeah.
always had a boyfriend. That was just, I don't know, normal for me, I guess. But
Mr. City says sounds like a success.
there you go.
I feel like a
But-
prude. I never did anything.
Oh, come on, Todd.
I know, right?
I mean,
You're a sure thing, remember?
a fun thing for me was to go camping or something, catch some fish, or I don't know.
You didn't ever go to any like drinking parties or
Just
people
hang
smoking
out.
pot?
Not really much until college. And
Okay, so you did do some that at college.
there were some keggers and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
fraternity stuff. But anyway,
Yep.
But you didn't like participate in that?
yeah, I had a few beers in college.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You bad boy.
Sadie doesn't believe me.
I kind of don't either.
I was a good boy.
I think Todd had, I mean, I think he was definitely a good boy. He definitely didn't want to do anything to, disgrace the family. I think he has a good, good head on his shoulders and was,
Yeah, I still think
I was trying to live up to my sister's
Yeah.
oh my God.
reputation.
That's wait, your
I'm telling
sister.
you, if you're gonna yeah, don't follow me. Whatever you do, don't follow what I did.
And your
don't
other
do it.
sister's younger than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, in other words, I was boring as hell, and so I never got to have a girlfriend.
Why?
Well, one or two,
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
As your dad sending you messages about
I don't know.
politics.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mary says the only time I was scared was I was on my own when I hitchhiked one time on my way home from work, and this guy picked me up, and he was about 50 plus, so he looked safe. He started going the wrong way. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
I knew I was in trouble from the way he was talking. I was scared. He slowed down for a stop sign. I jumped, banged myself up pretty good. I was scared. Still could see the guy's face. Oh my gosh. That would have been scary.
That would be scary.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
And that's something you never forget.
Nope.
You never, no matter, like,
That'll
Yeah.
never leave you.
no. I was
Yeah.
almost kidnapped when I was like 4 years old, and I still remember it.
Oh my gosh.
I remember the guys picking me up and taking me to their car.
Oh
And
my
I remember
gosh.
my dad like running out of he was in the bathroom yelling at them to put me down. That's what I remember.
Oh my gosh.
So he caught them then.
Just as he was getting out of the bath. Yeah, because he had me standing next to the bathroom. It was at a carnival.
Wow.
It was like one of those porta potties.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so I was standing there, and these 2 guys just came up and grabbed me. And I remember them carrying me to a car. It was a gold car. And I was like kicking and screaming, and my dad came out, and they dropped me. But yeah, and that's something you'll never forget.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's why, like, if I have to, like, catch a ride from somebody or something, I always have a knife on me.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
in
it's
case.
still not a good idea.
No, Sally says she'll just pee on them.
Well,
Not too.
and that's, I don't know. I always think of myself as being like, you know, like I can take somebody, but when you really think about it, that's not really realistic, you know,
Right.
because the guys have so much more, and they've got adrenaline going through them and everything. So
Mhm.
yeah, you gotta watch your situations. Don't get
Mhm.
yourself into a situation. Oh my gosh. But you know, those are the things that those are experiences that we'll never forget.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta be careful for sure.
That's why I've kind of, you know, sabotaged my house to, you know, just in case something happens. 'Cause, I mean, it wouldn't take anything for anybody to get in here, you know.
Right.
And so I've got knives all around in spots, and I've got like 5 baseball bats, um, you know. So, and then I got my gun. So
Yeah.
I was always the boring guy that women would ask me to walk them to their car so they wouldn't be afraid.
aw, that's so sweet.
That
That
is
Yeah,
is.
but I
That's a
never,
good thing.
I never
That's
got to
okay.
kiss one of them or go out with any of them. They just,
because you were too shy. They were probably wanting you to, and you.
oh no, no, no.
But that's the good thing is that, I mean, for somebody to feel comfortable asking you, you know, to walk them home
Yeah,
because they
even
feel
women
safe
I
with you.
had never met before, you know.
Yeah. You just have that kind of face.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happened to me all the time when I was working at Home Depot. Would you
Oh,
walk
I'm
me out to
sure.
my car? It's dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, somebody could have been out there with a gun and stuck in my
Yeah.
face and said, "Thanks for bringing him outdoors. Has he got any money?"
Oh my gosh. I think of all the times because like when I was working respiratory, when I was working at the Apria. So that was a home care place. And you know, it didn't really dawn on me then, but then after a while, because I was there for 7 years, after a while, it really kind of dawned on me that I'm going into people's homes. Somebody could have said, you know, let me go get my, or come in here and look at my CPAP. You know, your CPAP's in your bedroom. And there's so many times that I've done that. You know, I've walked into some guy's bedroom, and um, it was just a weird.
Yeah.
I started thinking about it, and I actually did that before I quit there. So I got into a point where, and there wasn't like a, I don't know. I didn't think of it like, you know, somebody would be like that would, you know, push me down the stairs or, um, you know,
Lock you in the
knock
basement.
knock me in the head and you know, take advantage. I never even considered that could even happen.
Yeah.
And but I mean, there was so many instances where that could have very well happened, you know.
Hmm.
Ugh,
Yeah, really, any job like that should have 2 people.
yeah, definitely. So I don't know. Ooh, I got something in my eye.
That sounds like a pretty bad line to use on a girl in a bar, though. Can you come check my CPAP machine? That's
Oh my God, I have a story about that.
a pickup line.
This guy that Chris works with, we were friends with him and his wife, and him and his wife, they're separated right now because she told him he could come back, but he'd have to promise not to even have a beer. And it's not even like he had a problem. He just liked a beer
Right.
once in a while, but she turned into this person who completely like no alcohol, no, not, you know. Anyway, so he told Chris, he goes, yeah, I met a girl online. He goes, and we went and had coffee and stuff. He goes, she was really nice. He goes, and then we went and had coffee again. and she invited me to her house. And he goes, she told me to bring my CPAP because I was going to spend the night. I'm like,
Wow.
okay, on the first date or second date, whatever. And this
That's
telling
funny.
me to bring a CPAP. I said, how did the CPAP even come up in conversation?
Right?
I just had a laugh. I'm like,
That is
That's
funny.
crazy. Ugh,
Make sure you bring your CPAP. There's a lot of people that wear them and they, they don't care who knows it,
I don't want you snoring in my ear while you're
Oh my
staying
God.
over.
yeah. Oh, I had a laugh. I'm like, how did that even come up in conversation? Like your first date. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a CPAP, just so you know.
Well, if you stay the night, make sure you bring it.
Good morning,
Hi,
Julie.
Morning,
Hi,
Julie.
Julie.
Julie, we were just talking about you. You need to get your butt moving with your mama. I've been to California and it's expensive. You need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how people do it.
And
there.
and you never, that's the thing, is you never know, you never realize how expensive it was in California until you move somewhere else.
Right,
I
right.
live in New York, which is the second highest state. But, I
Mhm.
mean, I even was shocked at like gas prices and stuff like that. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and Julie was the first person that came to mind. Like, how do you even live there? Like, how can
Yeah.
you? I don't it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm surprised that our dad still lives there.
Yeah.
And
And
I know,
I'm sure if I'm sure it has a lot to do with like her family
yeah.
being there, her mom and
Right.
and all that. But I tell you what, I think if given the chance, I think my dad would move if he had that opportunity,
Yeah.
but he probably won't. He'll probably live there until he dies. Julie says, laugh out loud. It is, believe me, we're trying to get out.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I just don't. I don't know.
Mary says Nick has no game. Our first date, he brought his son.
hey,
That's funny.
That's how it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't even.
This is my life.
My kids were older. They were, teens when Chris and I met, and I wouldn't even introduce him to them till we were dating for like almost 2 months. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't feel comfortable, and I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Rita says if I didn't have my mom here, we would move to Oregon. Yeah.
I lived in Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, she says we're still looking at Nevada. Texas has plenty around.
I got to watch what was it called? Mountain Talk. That's what it was called. It was a documentary on YouTube. And it was called Mountain Talk. And there was a lot of people from North Carolina, Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
Missouri, Kansas. What they were talking about, like little words, that are sayings that they would use that the rest of, really the rest of the world didn't talk like that.
Right.
And they were saying that it was because a lot of the people that moved to North Carolina and stuff in the like 1800s were from Ireland and like the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is some like there's some of that kind of, it's almost like a dialect
Mm-hmm.
of like somebody that is Australian or, even British or
Izzy, you blind thing, quit. She's all tangled up in my electric cords.
oh no, I ain't answering that. That's a
About
big
to-
no-brony.
She's about to jerk my label rider and my.
Oh no. You better help her, Todd.
She's kind of out now. She can't. Blind as a bat, so she just gets into stuff,
That's your pug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times she'll just see her standing in the middle of a room looking at something, and you don't know what she's looking at, but she's looking at something. I'm like, what are you looking at?
It's funny.
Mr. Sadie says I met my wife at my first live gig playing guitar. First song we did was Don't Mess with My Toot Toot. Wow. Wow. That's
like-
crazy.
It's like, yeah. It's a great pickup song, too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Don't mess with my
gosh.
toot toot, and do you want to meet my CPAP machine?
Oh man. Well, is it time? The time has come. Da-da-da-da. I don't know the words. You know that song that they sing at the end of Mickey Mouse?
Yes, I do.
That's what I was trying to come up with, but I couldn't remember the words.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Sadie. I'm sure she melted like butter. Yep.
Happy trail.
It's the Mickey Mouse song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our family.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
See you real soon.
All right, guys. Well,
Tug on your ear like Carol.
I hope everybody has a great day, a great weekend. It's going to be a great weekend.
Oh, that's a
believe it.
dreaded
Are
question.
you having
I
a
believe
a
it.
listing challenge on Sunday?
Sunday is a listing challenge.
Okay.
Be there or be square.
Well, I'm gonna try to get all my stuff organized so I can list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be our. Yeah, that'll be the 22nd,
Okay.
and then we'll have one more after that. So
One more.
listing challenge, and
Oh, okay.
then I'll be
Gone.
on a jet plane again.
So Kyla's rethinking getting married in Maui now.
Oh, really?
After the long trip to California, yeah.
Oh, well, that is a long trip. That is a long trip. But
Yep.
yep, we'll see y'all later. Get to listing. Get ready for all those sales that you're gonna have after
Yes.
Christmas.
Ching.
Get your
Ouch.
get your store built up, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Hi, Jarhead. Bye, Jarhead. We're leaving.
Hi, bye.